Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Lightning Lee McGregor himself. Have you thought about that Scottish Mexican yet? Have you spoke about that?
Nah, not really actually, but I'm going to show Scottish Mexican on Friday.
Definitely. Well, listen, let's talk about the fight itself. This guy has 3 times as many fights as you. He's undefeated like you. He's had more knockouts than you've had fights. He's older than you. He's won the European title twice at flyweight. He's never tasted defeat. So, what kind of test are you expecting on Friday night?
No, definitely expecting a tough test. He's coming to win. Of course, he's 32-0, 17 knockouts, like you just said. So he's definitely coming over here to win, and that's what I want. I want challenges. He's my mandatory challenger, and I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to make another big statement, which I've already previously said, and I've prepared well, and I'm really looking forward to the fight.
You're fighting here in Belfast for the first time. You've obviously know about the Belfast crowd, the Irish fans, what they're like. They're very knowledgeable about the boxing, man. What kind of performance can they expect from you on Friday?
I just think they're going to see a dominant performance from myself. I think I'm going to be the bigger, stronger man in there. I think he's going to feel the effects of moving up in weight, especially coming in against a big bantamweight at that, never mind just moving up in weight in general. You know, I feel like he's going to feel like he's in there with super bantamweight, maybe even featherweight come fight night. So he's definitely going to feel my size and strength, and I'm going to use it to my advantage.
When you talk about the statement that you're going to make, you talk about another stoppage, because the last time out against Gurphy, like everyone was impressed by how quickly you dismantled him. Can we expect something similar against LEGRAND?
I'm confident that I can take him out. I'm not going to go looking for it, because when you go looking for it, that's when it doesn't come. So I'm going to be disciplined, mature, composed, stick to the plan, and I'm confident that I'll be able to get him out of there and break him down. Yeah.
When you said as well that you're a big bantamweight, and it seems like everyone I talk to, they always say, how the heck does he make 8 stone 6? Like, it seems like you're a kind of a little freak of nature in that sense, that you make the weight. It's hard, don't get me wrong, we all know it's hard for you to make it, but it's kind of scary to how somebody your size can make that weight. How do you make this weight?
That's the thing, and the scary thing is I'm actually, each fight and each camp I'm getting better and better and making it more comfortable every single time, because I'm learning, I'm getting more experienced every single time. I've only had 10 professional fights, so it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, but I'm willing to do all this. I'm willing to do all this to be in the position I'm in. I'm British, Commonwealth, European champion. I'm on the verge of life-changing opportunities. So it's easy when you've got these around the corner. Staying disciplined, and like I've said before, I live and breathe boxing. This is a lifestyle for me. It's not training camp and blown up. But to be fair, of course I'm going to rest, and my weight does go up with the size of me. But I mean, I don't go away blown up in weight and get massive and go drinking and things like that. So I look after myself, and like I said, stay disciplined, and that's why I can do it. And I can, like I said, I've got, as well as my fighting spirit, like I can dig deep. So, and I like challenges, and making the weights is like challenge as well. So it's one, I do it well, and I've got the right people around me, and I'm grateful, and I'm looking forward to actually weighing in tomorrow.
With a smile on your face this time. Yeah. Lee, where do you go from here then? If it all going well Friday night, you dismantle LEGRAND, defended that won the European title, defended it. The next logical step is that sort of world level. These guys at your division, and we know who the champions are at your weight. Donaire, and there's Casemiro there, and you've got Ganui there, obviously, and stuff like that. It's a strong division and stuff. Obviously, you're not ready for these guys, but where do you go? And you talked about you've got a good team behind you in terms of your sponsors. Lee Wiley, we all know about Lee Wiley and how he breaks down fights. Ben Davison as a coach, box size Ben. But where do you go from here if all goes well from Friday? Have you spoke about that?
Briefly, but the main thing is getting the job done on Friday. I know there's big opportunities waiting for me. There's big things happening, so it's given me obviously, listen, I need no motivation to get through this fight, but if I need any extra more motivation, I know there's big opportunities coming for me, and there's big nights to come, and I just need to get this job done on Friday, sit down with my team after that, and we'll be coming up with a plan. I feel like there's already a plan set in stone, but we can't really discuss it because I need to win on Friday. But it's all there ready for me, and I'm looking forward to putting on a good performance. I'm making a massive statement, and again getting that one step closer to, like you said, that world title shot. But yeah, win on Friday, and then we'll see. But I know I'm very confident I'll be challenging for a world title next year, early next year.
I know there's sort of like it's a friendly competition between you and Josh. I remember you saying to him that I'm going to win this title quicker than you and win that title. Josh won a world title in his 16th fight. That's 6 fights for you. You got 6 more fights.
Was it not 15?
It was Baranchik.
Did he have 15? Was it in his 16th?
It was in his 16th fight, yeah. So I think it was Baranchik, then Prograis.
Right.
No, it was his 15th. It was his 15th. One of his 15th fight, because it was Baranchik, Prograis, Kong Song. Yes, yeah. You're right. It's 15 fights. So you've got 5 fights in. I was giving you a little bit of an easy ride there.
Yeah.
5 fights time. Is that possible for you to be in that world title or get a world title shot in the next 5 fights?
Definitely, 100%. Although it's different with me. I'm younger than Josh. Never really had the amateur background that he had as well. So my team
had a very good amateur background.
Yeah, of course. But the amount, in terms of the amount of fights, Olympics and that, I only had about 45 amateur fights. But like you say, competed at the top level. So it's one of them where they don't need to rush me, but the progression I'm making is one of them. It's like, well, we've got nowhere really else to go. Like I just dominated, took out a well-seasoned, top European class fighter in my last fight with ease, to be honest. And I'm looking to do the same job on Friday night. And then if I do that and make another big statement, then it's like, well, it's one of them, innit? It's eliminators start getting spoken about, and then you know what happens when you win eliminators, you get your shot. So it's very much possible, but we'll just see. And like I said, I've got the best team around me, and they will do what's right for me, and I'll just keep on preparing myself for these challenges, because that's what I like, that's what I live for, and I'll get my hands on them world titles whenever it may be.
If it's an Uwe, you don't care?
I don't care, honestly. If they were to tell me I come through this fight and it was life-changing money and everything like that, it wouldn't even need to be life-changing money for me, to be fair. I probably shouldn't be saying that to promoters and that, but it's just my mindset, my mentality. I'll fight anybody, and whoever my team say that I'm fighting, I'll never ever say no matter who it is. That's why I do have a team around me, because they keep me grounded, they keep my feet on the ground, and they tell me and advise me what's best for me to do, and I'll take their advice alongside my team, with Ben being my coach and all the other guys in the team. So that's why it's not up to me, because I'd be getting in Manu right now.
Yeah. Talk to me about your sort of team, like this stable with Ben and Lee Wiley and Barry and this, down in where is it, in Essex?
Yeah,
Harlow in Essex and stuff like that. I mean, you just witnessed Lee Wood become world champion. I mean, his last fight he fought for the British title, and then fought Kang Zhu in a world title fight. I mean, this boxing game is crazy. It's just a crazy sport, isn't it? But talk to me about Lee Wood. I mean, you were lucky enough to be in Vegas to watch Josh become undisputed, and another stable mate of yours, and Lee Wood became world champion. I mean, right now that gym is buzzing right now. So you must be, the whole team must be on a high. Man, what inspiration do you take from obviously witnessing Josh, what Josh has done as a good friend of ours, and then watching another stable mate, Lee Wood, doing that?
100%, and that's just obviously shows you the work that our coaches and our team are putting in. That's with Ben and Lee and Barry, like you just said. It's no, it doesn't just happen. You know, this is a lot of hard work, preparation. I've seen Ben and Lee. They're in the gym from 8 in the morning till 8 at night every single day, and then when they leave the gym at 8 at night, Lee stays in the house with us. He's still working with us, watching our sparring, telling us to watch this fight, breaking down this, breaking down that. It's literally like a lifestyle for them as well, and that's why we're getting the results we're getting, and that's why everyone's starting to take notice that we really are becoming one of the best gyms in Britain, and we're not even officially really open yet. And again, the performances are just going to keep on proving that. and I'm just grateful and blessed that I'm obviously a part of that team, and I've got these guys behind me, and the job they're doing with me and all the other boys. We're all improving at a really fast rate, and I think that boxer size tag from Ben's name is slowly but surely going to have to leave.
I think he's loving it. I think Ben, it's actually one of them ones where he's actually quite enjoying it now, because it's not a joke anymore.
Yeah, he knows exactly. He's listen. If people weren't slagging him off and calling him this or whatever, then that's when you should be worried, because with success comes hate, unfortunately. So when that stops, that's when you should be worried. So yeah, I think he does thrive off it, and like you say, the results speak for themselves. We don't need some guy who we don't know with a fake profile picture behind his Twitter and calling us this and that, saying we're this and that. As long as we're happy and we're improving and we're winning titles and our families are happy, I think that's all that matters.
Definitely. Talking about big good performances, you spoke about it briefly at the start of this interview, and that, can we see another knockout from Lee McGregor? Can we see lightning strike again and dispatch of another French champion in quick succession? I'm
confident. I'm confident that it's going to take a very, very good fighter at £118 to keep me off him for 12 rounds and see that final bell with me. Especially the way I've been performing in the gym recently, I can confidently say this has been the best ever camp I've ever had. Everything has just went so smooth, absolutely went great. So again, as always, no excuses from me on fight night. I'm confident if I stick to the plan, do what I've been doing in the gym every single day, I will come out victorious. And like I said, he's going to be in for a long, hard night. Depends on how tough he is, but he will certainly have a lot of questions to be answered on Friday.
Talking about questions to be answered, you know, you've downloaded the Fight Picks app.
Yep.
It's a free-to-play game. I want to see you pick your own fight. I want to see what you think's going to happen. I mean, the fans have decided. There's over, what, let me see.
Go on it.
There's over there are 1,000 fans that are playing on this game right now. So click on it just now. Hold it up so I can see it, mate.
So we'll go on the Lee McGregor.
Yep.
On there.
Yep. Right. So click back there and go into choose your pick. Sorry. There we go.
And then the
Lee McGregor.
LEGRAND. So who will win? Well,
are you going to win, Lee?
Of course. I'll pick myself.
So what's the
98%? Well, 1% with LEGRAND is unfortunately that person's wrong.
That person.
Is that actually
1% of that 800 people, 800 plus people, 1% of that 800 people think. So that is like, yeah, one person thinks that you're
probably
wrong.
Him.
Yeah. Right.
Continue.
Let's see.
Okay, well, I'm confident.
85% and 15% decision. No one for a draw. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, listen, all this is great fun for all the fans and that, and getting and like you were explaining to me, there's prize pools and all that fun.
Money. So it's not going to go the distance, you think, eh? No. Right, this one here. What round? I'm not going to let anyone know what I've done and stuff like that. But this is kind of interesting for me and my pick. So I'll let you. Well, it's your fight. I don't want you sweat when it comes to like the round that you pick. So what
that's what I'm saying. It's one of them. Like again, it's brilliant for the fans and all that to come in and do all this and that. This is irrelevant to me. I'm going to stick to my job, stick to my plan. I'm just going to pick someone at random here just to see the result and see what people are thinking.
Yeah, let me see.
Because this is not my interest. But we'll go for round one again. 8%. 8%. People think 4 to 6. 50%.
Hold it up a little bit, Lisa. Okay.
Rounds 4 to 6, the majority are saying, which I can understand.
You seem to have a lot of support here. A lot of people are confident in your ability. I mean, when they look at LEGRAND and what he brings to the table, like he has 3 times as many fights as you. He's older than you. He's a grown man. He's filled into it. You might be saying he's smaller than you and whatnot, but he's been around the ring. He knows what to do. But a lot of people are very, very confident in your ability now. You think these people are starting to take note on Lee McGregor?
100%, and I feel like a lot has come from my last performance because they know that Kareem Griffin was no joke. Like that was supposed to be a real tough test for me. And next week he's going to be challenging for I think his 5th European title at featherweight. Imagine he pulls that off, and it just shows you that I really am improving at a rapid rate because. You go back to my previous fights and I was still getting a lot of praise and there was a lot of hype about me and that with cash fights, Scott Allen fights, things like that, but that's a complete different, a whole new transition, a whole new style, a complete different fighter. That's why I'm obviously didn't really need to go and speak about it, but that's why I want that rematch with FAROOQ as well when everybody asks me and stuff and that, because I'm confident that I can really do a number on him and again make another huge statement. I want to keep making these statements. And
do you think the FAROOQ fight would be better when you're both at that world level and maybe fighting for a vacant world title if I know he moves up or whatever? Do you know what I mean? For especially selfishly for Scotland and for the UK. I mean, having used to fight again, because it was a fight of the year contender, but if it was for a world title, hydro, sold out.
Potentially, yeah, definitely. I've said this before as well. The only fight that's really going to stop me from not entertaining the FAROOQ rematch is a world title fight, because after that, the biggest challenge is him. And like I just said, I want the hardest fights. I want the biggest challenges. I don't want easy touches. I'll defend against my mandatory this weekend, confident I'll win. I could easily take an easy touch, get a voluntary, go back and defend my British. I'd love to win the British outright, but nobody's, like, I can't fight anybody. I think I must be the longest champion. That's, like, I think I must have went the longest with no defending the belt. I won it November 2019. We're now nearly 2 years and I've not had the chance to defend it once. Obviously pandemic played a part in that, but I've not been ordered, I've not had any opponent put forward for me to fight. So it's one of them that's quite frustrating, because I would love to win that belt, but like I said, I want the hardest challenges, and I feel like my hardest challenges are European fringe world level. And so if I don't get these world title eliminators or world title shots, then I believe FAROOQ is the biggest challenge after that, and before that, and that's what I want. I want the hardest challenges and the biggest fights. So we'll see what happens after this fight, we'll see what discussions and that get made, but listen, I'm ready.
He's got a fight in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, I'm ready for these big nights, big fights, and I'm confident I can beat anyone at 118 pounds.
Lee, you and FAROOQ rematch to me is music to my ear. I was out for the first fight, so to hear you wanting it, and I know Cash wants it, I mean, as a boxing fan myself, you know I'm a boxing slag as Josh calls me, that's brilliant for me, but I know you're weighing in tomorrow. It's going to be good to see you winning with a smile on your face this time, but I know you've been working hard. I've seen the way you are, you're so disciplined. I'm not saying that you've not took this game serious, but it seems like this game now, this is your life, this is 100% you, so I will not keep you much longer. I know you're winning tomorrow, but I will catch you probably after your fight. We'll get a good chat again and we'll talk further, but until then, thank you so much for doing this for IFL TV. I know
nice one, Andy. Cheers mate, thank you.
Thank you, brother.